last come for over 2 decades. We have the best sliced bread anywhere on the island. The best butter bread, cakes and pastries, and a staff that's warmer. Island bakeries, good to the last crumb. We also have island-wide delivery buses, outlets at the industrial site Bay Road and on 4th Street. Opening hours from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Easy no man. Island bakeries, good to the last crumb. Island bakeries, good to the last crumb.
Good evening. Welcome to the WINN FM's Sports News with Troy Biff Mills. It is being sponsored by Island Bakery, and we say a very big thank you. We get off the scene on the local market with some track and field. The Carifta Trials will be held over in Nevis at the Mondo track, the Nevis Athletic Track, come Saturday 15th March. All athletes who are trying to make the St. Kitts and Nevis team, they are actually vying for that spot, trying to make the times and distances and heights to qualify. So it's going to be a lot of action. Some athletes have already qualified. However, this will be the continuation, giving those who haven't been able to do so an opportunity. They'll be able to do that. So go on out, support them. It's going to be tremendous, a lot of action. It's going to be extremely competitive. The Carifta Trials at the Nevis Athletic Track over in Nevis. We are coming back down to St. Kitts. We're still on the local scene. However, we are also in track and field, where Sunday 16th March, we'll see the Virchilds High School having their sports day down at the Samuels Williams grounds. That is in the Virchilds region. The thing about it is, Virchilds, they have really been improving in their track and field over the past years, both at the primary school level as well as the high school level. So I expect this to be an extremely interesting track and field. So go on out and support that meet. The Rams Primary Schools Championships, the eliminations, that will be happening on Tuesday, 18th March, up at the Kim Collins Stadium. And that is actually the precursor to the Rams Championships. The Rams Primary School Championships will be held, which will be held on Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd March, also at the Kim Collins Stadium. We're encouraging you to go on out and support these students, support the various schools, because remember, when it comes to track and field, this is where it starts. To get to the Carifta Games, you have to start here. To get to the World Championships, to get to the Olympics, you will have to start there. And who knows, in the next few years, we may very well be seeing a few athletes getting onto these stages and bringing home medals for us here in St. Kitts and Nevis. We're now going to go across to football. We're still staying on the local scene, and we're going to be looking at some upcoming matches. On Friday, March 14th, SL Horsford's St. Paul's United, they are actually 6th in the tables, and they have 3 points. They are the defending champions. Surprisingly, they are in this position. They lost their last game, perhaps the biggest upset for the season, 3-2 to the Jones Group Sandy Point. They will be taking on Tropical Blossoms Hot Springs Bath, who are in the 5th position on 6 points, and they lost Tropical Bath their last match 2-1 to Sol Island Otto Connery. That game is at 8 p.m., just the one game at Warner Park on Friday, the 14th of March. Go on out, support it. SL Horsford's St. Paul's United versus Tropical Blossoms Hot Springs Bath. Come Saturday 15th, there will be a doubleheader also at Warner Park. Starting at 6 p.m., Azul Keon, who are in 2nd position with 9 points. They have a goal difference of +5. Their last result was a 1-0 over Rams Village Superstars. They will be tackling Jones Sandy Point Group of Companies, who are 8th with 3 points. They have a goal difference of -6. And Jones Group Sandy Point, they will have their tails on their backs, because in their last match, they defeated the defending champions plus the President's Cup champions. They defeated them 3-2. That game is at 6 p.m. At 8 p.m., Montreal Farms Clean Right Old Road Jets, who are third on 6 points with a goal difference of +6. And they're coming off of a 3-0 win versus Elko Limited Security Forces. They will be locking horns with Sol Island Otto Connery, who are in the first place with 9 points and a goal difference of 6. Perhaps surprising to some persons. However, that is how it is playing out. And Sol Island Otto Connery, they're going to be going into that match with a lot of confidence because their last match was a 2-1 victory over Bath. Come Sunday, Godspear, there will be 3. Actually, in the second match on Saturday 15th, Rams Village Superstars, who are 9th with 6 points and a goal difference of +6. They suffered their last match 1-0 loss to Keon. They will be coming up against Elko Limited Security Forces, who are 9th, yet to score a point, but they're also yet to score a goal. They haven't found the formula for that as yet. They have a goal difference of -8, and their last match, they lost 3-0 to Development Bank St. Peter's. That game is at 8 p.m., so that will be interesting. Go on out and support them. On Sunday, we're going to be having 3 matches. There will be a first division match, and that match will be Honda Newtown United. Honda Newtown United, they are currently leading the number 1 position in the first division. Remember, they were relegated. They were relegated from the Premiership, and they have something to prove. They are in the first position, and they have 9 points with a goal difference, a massive goal difference, I should say, of +19. And they're coming back from a victory, their last match, 11-0, the most goals in the first division so far. They have been to 8, and there's now this 11-0, and they're coming up. Their 11-0 was against KFC Trinity Challengers, so they are going to be having a lot of confidence. They will be playing Rivers of Living Waters, who are 6th, and they have 4 points with a goal difference of -1. They lost Rivers their last match 4-0 to Fast Cash. That game is going to be at 3 p.m. Come 5 p.m. on Sunday, the second of the triple header. However, it's the first of the premier double header, so to speak. That would be Rams Village Superstars and Elko Limited St. Peter's, which we spoke about before. And in the third match at 7 p.m., Development Bank St. Peter's, who are 7th with 3 points and a goal difference of -2. They had a loss of 2-0 versus Keon in their last match. They will be coming up against Mantab, who really are struggling. Mantab, they are sitting, they are relaxing, they are cooling out, whatever you want to call it, in the 10th position, which is a nice name for last. And they have 0 points. They've lost all their matches they have played. They have a goal difference of -2. Their last match was a 6-1 throbbing of Montreal Farms, at the defeat, I should say, of Montreal Farms Clean Rights United Old Road Jets. So a lot of football action happening at Warner Park. Friday, the 14th, just the 1 match. Saturday, the 15th, doubleheader at 6 p.m. and then at 8 p.m. And on Sunday, triple header, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and then it's going to be at 7 p.m., the feature match. We're now going up to cricket. We are staying on the local scene, and a lot of things are happening here in St. Kitts. It's going to be a very busy weekend for the cricketers and the cricket fans. Why? Because we have 2 separate cricket events happening. The Big 6 T20 competition match scheduled for 2025. We are going to be seeing March 15th, that is Saturday, a double header happening. City Sunrisers, they'll be taking on Young Guns, and also Maximum Strikers. They will be coming up against Uali Sports Management. We'll have to confirm the times and get them back for you. So double header, the matches are going to be played at Warner Park. Actually, City Sunrisers versus Young Guns at 3 p.m. at Warner Park on Saturday the 15th, and Maximum Strikers versus Wally Sports Management. That will happen at 7 p.m. at Warner Park as well. And then come the Maximum Strikers. They will be, actually it is going to be March 16th, which is Sunday. Wally Sports Management will be coming up against Young Guns at 2 p.m. at Warner Park as well. And then City Sunrisers will take on Maximum Strikers. That will be at 8 p.m. also at Warner Park. This competition has been going on for about 3 years now. The first year, it was a one-off match. It was played again in about 2022, and it's coming back now. There are 4 teams, and there are plans to expand it. And from what we've been told, there are going to be some overseas players. So go on out, support the matches at Warner Park. Still on the local scene, still in cricket, and we are looking at the Masters competition that is happening right here at Warner Park in St. Kitts. It's happening from the 14th to the 16th. On Friday, March 14th, there was one match, 10 o'clock in the morning, St. Kitts Masters versus Nevis Masters. That was sponsored by the Department of Sports, and we will have the results for you shortly. At 2 p.m., Hoboken Masters versus Nevis Masters. That is a touring team coming out of the U.S., and that match was sponsored by BT Duty Free. Game 3, 6 p.m., Friday, St. Kitts Masters versus Hoboken Masters, and that game is sponsored by Nagico Insurance. Day 2 on Saturday 15th. It's going to be interesting. Game 4, it's happening on the morning Saturday, 10 a.m. St. Kitts Masters versus Nevis Masters, sponsored by Colors Duty Free. And then on Sunday, March 16th, at the Connery Complex, we are going to be having another match, and then at Game 6, St. Kitts Masters versus Hoboken. That is sponsored by Jams Welding. The final match will be the top 2 teams playing in the championship. The date and the time and the venue for that will be announced. When we get that, we will share that with you. We are now going, of course, to the regional scene. We are staying in cricket and my regional 4-day competition. A lot of things have been happening. Persons are concerned that a few matches are finishing well within 3 days. However, this round of matches saw one match finishing within 2 days. I am not certain how well this speaks for our cricket here in the West Indies, but there's one match left to be played, to be completed, with 1 day to go. The matches started on Wednesday 12th, going down to Saturday the 18th. 3 matches have been completed so far up to this point. And before I get into the results, well, no, let me get into the results first. Leeward Island Hurricanes versus combined campuses and colleges. The Leeward Island Hurricanes, they won the toss and they elected to bat first. They were 425 all out. Combined campuses and colleges, they were 170. Innings closed actually because one of their players couldn't bat. The Leeward Island Hurricanes went in to bat rather than enforcing the follow-on. Once you lead by 150 runs, you can ask the team to continue batting, enforcing the follow-on. They didn't do that. They batted a second time. They got to 249 for 7 declared. And if you look quickly at the ones, Mikhail Louis, the local boy, he only got 39. He got 3 in the first innings. He was opening the batting, 39 from 56 balls with 5 fours, 1 6. His opening partner, Kadeem Henry, 41 from 47 balls. The top scorer was Joel Andrew, the wicket keeper. He was batting at number 6. He got a half century, following up on his century from the first innings. He was 65 from 58 balls, 8 fours, 1 6. Jamal Hamilton, he got he ran out of time actually, because they declared he was looking at his half century. He didn't get there. 42 from 56 balls not out with 3 fours. The bowling for the combined campuses and colleges saw the 2 opening bowlers picking up 3 fours. Shema Holder, 17 overs, 2 maidens, 64 runs, 3 wickets. Akeem Jordan, 15 overs, 2 maidens, 50 runs, 3 wickets. And Calvin Marcus, the first change, he got a wicket. And perhaps Shema Holder and Akeem Jordan, they may be in things when it comes to bowling for the West Indies, because they are impressive. Both of them have been picking up wickets. At the end of the day, when the West Indies team is picked, we will have to wait and see how that goes. The combined campuses and colleges in their second innings, they were 131 for 9 innings closed. Therefore, the Leeward Islands Hurricanes winning that match by a mammoth 373 runs within 3 days. The second innings for the combined campuses and colleges, only 3 persons got into double figures. One got 20, one got 25. But the top scorer was Kyle Corbin, batting at number 5. He got a half century. He was 58. Not out at that. He ran out of partners. 58 from 72 balls with 8 fours. The bowling for the Leeward Islands saw O'Shane Thomas opening the bowling, picking up a 5-for. He was 13.1 overs, 2 maidens, 36 runs, 5 wickets. Alzari Joseph, he missed out on a 10-for in the match. He got 3 wickets. Had he gotten 4, he would have gotten 10 in the match, but close but no cigar. 12 overs, 6 maidens, 19 runs, 3 wickets. Rakeem Cornwall picked up the other wicket. That match was played at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in North Sound. The Leeward Island Hurricanes walking away with a victory at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. It is bad when you lose, but when somebody come in your own home and give you a good whipping, that is even worse. And that is what happened with the Barbados Pride. Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, they won the toss and elected to bat. There were 263 all-out Trinidad and Tobago. Barbados in their first innings, 86, 8-6, all out. Less than 87, one more than 85. Not very good in terms of our 4-day cricket. And this is following up a 44 that the team would have made a few weekends ago. On this occasion, Trinidad and Tobago, they asked the Barbados Pride to bat again. Go back in and bat a second time. They enforced the follow-on. And there were 121 all out from 45.4 overs Barbados. Therefore, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force winning by an innings and 56 runs. For Barbados, the highest score was Waston Chase, who got 41 from 79 balls with 7 fours, and he batted at number 5. The cream of the bowlers saw all 4 bowlers being successful, with Joshua James the most successful. First change, 12 overs, 5 maidens, 16 runs, 3 wickets. 2 wickets apiece for opener Jaden Seals, Anderson Phillip, and Kerry Pay. Kerry Pay has been picking up some wickets, and he put probably in things. The next match that was completed, the Guyana Harpy Eagles, the leaders, the defending champions, and showing why they are champions, they are hosting the Windward Islands down at the Guyana National Stadium in Providence. The Windward Island Volcanoes, they won the toss and they elected to bat first. They were 213 all out. Guyana Harpy Eagles, their first innings, 324 all out. The Windward Island Volcanoes, they batted a second time. They were 135. Their top scorer, Kavim Hodge, batting at number 3. He was 40 from 70 balls with 4 fours, 1 6. In terms of the bowling, Gudakesh Moti showing up to the party at last. He didn't get a 5-for, he got a 6-for. He was the first to change 20.5 overs, 5 maidens, 38 runs, 6 wickets. For Sammy Parmal, does this guy ever stop taking wickets? I don't think so. He came in as the third change. He got a 3 for 15 overs, 2 maidens, 46 runs, 3 wickets. And the Guyana Happy Eagles, they were only given 28 to win the match. And they got their score in the 28, winning the match by 10 wickets. And therefore winning that game by within 3 days. Of the 4 matches that have been played this round, which is round number 5, 3 have been completed so far. The only ongoing match that is happening down over at the Coolidge Cricket Ground between the West Indies Academy and the Jamaican Scorpions. And my, this game is interestingly poised, but I'll tell you a little more. Jamaica Scorpions, they won the toss and elected to bat. They were 375 all out. The West Indies Academy, in their first innings, they were 211. The Jamaicans batting a second time, they only got to 191 all out from 53.4 overs. The West Indies Academy, they are currently batting 256 for 5 from 59 overs, and in with a very good chance of winning this match because they have all day Saturday just to make 100 runs. The thing is, they only have 5 wickets in hand. It is gettable. It's going to take a lot of batting. Would it happen? I am not too certain. But quickly, let us look at the Jamaican second innings. We had their opener, Brandon King, getting a 3/4 of a century, 77 from 115 balls, 11 fours, 2 sixes. And in terms of the bowling, well, I should say Javel Glenn, he got a 39. He batted at number 4. In terms of the bowling, Joshua Bishop, he has been picking up some wickets. The second change, 15 overs, 6 maidens, 35 runs, 5 wickets. And he was supported by Johan Lane, the opener. He missed out on a half century, and he missed out on a fifer, pardon me. He was 16 overs, 3 maidens, 50 runs, 4 wickets. And the West Indies Academy, in their second innings, doing fairly well at this moment. Opener Akeem Auguste, he also got a 3/4 of a century, 77 from 108 balls with 9 fours, 1 6. Teddy Bishop batting at number 3, he was 57 from 87 balls with 8 fours. And Carlin Boyne Tuckett, he has been having a fairly decent season. He got a century a few rounds ago. He is at the crease and he is reaching out to touch his half century. He is 46 not out from 59 balls with 6 fours. With him, Joshua Bishop coming to the party with the bat again, who is not out, 25 from 43 balls with 3 fours. In terms of the bowling, 2 bowlers have picked up a pair of wickets. Opener O.J. Shields, 2 for 31 from 9 overs. And the fourth change, Brad Barnes, 2 for 70 from 21 overs. So the last match left to be completed, the West Indies Academy needing 100 runs to win in all of day 4 with 5 wickets against the Jamaican Scorpions. And before we finish off, we can give you some points up to this stage. In the number 7 position, well, West Indies Academy, they're still 8th. They're finishing their match. So these results are 4 for them there. 19.8 points in 8th position. In 7th, we have the combined campuses playing 5, losing 4, 1 drawn game, 26.6 points. The Jamaican Scorpions, they are also completing their game. They have played 4, they are in 6th. 1 lost, 3, they are 35.6 points. The Windward Island Volcanoes, they've had their 5 matches, 1 victory, 3 losses, 1 drawn match, 45.8 points. In 4th with 78 points, the Barbados Pride, somewhat mixed fortunes. They've won 3, they've lost 2. And in 3rd, the Leeward Island Hurricanes with 79.6 points having won 3 matches, lost 1, and 1 drawn match. The Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, they are second with 101 points. Quite a little way away from the Leeward Islands. And they won 4 matches, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, and they had the 1 drawn match. The Guyana Harpy Eagles, the defending champions, they are sitting in the top position, the number 1 position. They have won 4 matches. They have had 1 drawn match. They are 102.6 points. Therefore, they are just 1.6 points ahead of Trinidad and Tobago. That could be a lot. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. So that's the points table. There are 2 rounds of matches left. And we will see from the Wednesday 2nd to Saturday 5th April, there's going to be a little break. The Leeward Island Hurricanes will be coming up against Guyana Harpy Eagles at Warner Park here in St. Kitts. Trinidad and Tobago Red Force will be hosting Jamaican Scorpions at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Taruba in Trinidad and Tobago. That is a pink ball match at day night. The Windward Island Volcanoes, they will take on Barbados Pride at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in St. Lucia. And at the UWI-SPEC in Trinidad and Tobago, combined campuses and colleges will be tackling the West Indies Academy. And that is round 6 from the 2nd to the 5th of April. The last 2 rounds of matches for the Leeward Islands will be here in St. Kitts, the one I just read, and they will be taking on the Barbados Pride here at Warner Park, and that is going to be a day-night match starting at 1 p.m. So the competition isn't over as yet. A lot of runs have been scored, a lot of persons taking wickets, 5-ers, 6-ers, etc. And a little bit of pressure on the incumbent some of the incumbent West Indies players. Casey Carty comes to mind. He hasn't really scored any runs so far. Kyle, he has had a century, but I think he needs to score more runs. He needs to get higher scores, more centuries, and he'll have a beautiful chance to do that because we all know Warner Park, it is a batting paradise, a strip made for runs. And he will have, in theory, 4 chances. It depends on how the matches go. He will have at least 2, I know, but he will have to grab them, make centuries, perhaps chip in a double century. And that has brought us to the end of the news, the end of the sports news, which has been sponsored by Island Bakery. And in leaving, I must encourage you, the drivers, to be patient. Be patient on the road. Be vigilant. If you're not patient, you can actually end up being a patient, and it could get worse for you. So please be patient on the road. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and drink. And I must admonish you to always be positive in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. Thank you to Island Bakeries for sponsoring the WINN FM Sports. Have a good night.
You were listening to the WINN FM Sports News, which came to you with the kind compliments of Island Bakery.
Island Bakeries, good to the last, come for over 2 decades. We have the best sliced bread anywhere on the island, the best butter bread, cakes and pastries, and a staff that's warmer. Island Bakeries, good to the last crumb. We also have island-wide delivery buses, outlets at the industrial site Bay Road and on 4th Street, opening hours from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Easy no man. Island Bakeries, good to the last crumb. Island Bakeries.